Today I am at the home of Tony Vitale, the owner of Landscape Logic, who also calls in every week and gives us a Grow Like a Pro segment during our radio show every Saturday morning. Thanks so much for those great tips, Tony.
You're welcome.
And today we are at your house specifically because there's no better way to see a master's work than where he actually lives. So we are going to check out some basic design elements that you've incorporated here very, very thoughtfully so that our viewers at home can get inspired for their own projects. So we're going to start with their patio area, right?
Yep. I wanted to bring you guys here because this is something that we do on a daily basis, and all of these items and functions that go on here are very typical in a small family or in any house environment. So what we did here, we started with a patio cover, and this patio cover offers a couple things. It offers shade for dining, outdoor dining, and also offers shade for the house. So if you look at it in the morning time, we get a lot of sun coming in because this is the east side. So we created this shade structure. It's very light in structure, but it has a shade sail on top. So that's what screens most of the sun.
And it makes a huge difference feeling it temperature-wise.
Huge difference. Yeah, so it cools the area down. And then next to that, we have a fire pit area. And the fire pit area can seat up to 12 people. And I know that for a fact because I've had 12 people out here. But we typically have 2 or 3 chairs around it, and then we have a seat wall behind so that it's kind of fixed seating. You can sit, you can come and go as you please, but you don't have to have a lot of furniture in the yard, so that saves on a few things. Next is the material that I used around the fire pit. I used this flagstone. It's actually a quartzite. It's a more dense stone, but it's very colorful. So I wanted to use that to delineate this space away from the dining area.
It does a lot for just adding a pop.
Right, and it kind of leads your eye to that area, and it doesn't look like so much concrete. What drove the design is the family, right? We have 3 kids, 2 adults, we entertain, we use the space quite a bit, so it had to be indestructible for all of us.
And speaking of indestructible, for the kids here, we have this turf zone.
So let's talk about the artificial turf. We use it in probably 9 out of 10 projects because it does a few things. It saves water, saves maintenance, and we can use it, and it doesn't damage any of our toys, anything around it, because we're not spraying water on it.
And I'll be honest, it looks so real when we first got here, I had to go reach down and touch it.
It does, right? I know. And so we've been selling that quite a bit. The next thing we did is we use this decomposed granite trail, and it's stabilized, it's very solid, but we use it because it's a natural material and it looks great. So we use it to create a trail out to a corner vegetable and herb garden, which I have in the corner for the kids, for us. Typically, it's all seasonal, so we'll grow tomatoes, we'll grow oregano and thyme, things like that. Right now, during this part of the year, it's a plumeria garden, so we're starting to raise some plumeria trees and grow them because we have the pink and the yellow and the white. At this time of the year, they're beautiful.
You told me off camera that you planted specific plants that would bring in butterflies?
Right. So in most gardens, I like to plant a few milkweed bushes, and that's what these are, the milkweed plant. And this actually attracts the monarch butterfly. And because they were, at one point, they were low on population, so this is just our way of giving back to the earth.
Also creating a really wonderful atmosphere because having beautiful butterflies around next to the tiki torches is really setting the atmosphere as well as the design that you've incorporated into the function. So it's really, you've thought of everything in the backyard, but why don't we take a peek out front? So out at the front of the house now, I can see that you've carried over the artificial turf as part of your walkway.
We did. The artificial turf always softens up the walkways. And it's nice because it keeps the area clean, right?
Sure.
So that's our goal. I wanted to talk about the plants in the front yard. Maintenance was a big thing for us. And having a low maintenance garden is very special to me, and I know to a lot of our clients, right? So low maintenance, low water, and so what we've started here with is the acacia cousinet. This is one of my favorites. It's very simple. It grows to about 4 feet diameter, this high, and doesn't do anything else, and I just keep it that way. I don't have to touch it. The next thing that I use, one of my favorites of all time, is the leucadendron. There's many types of leucadendrons, but this one stays this size, but it produces this almost like fiery red color at the top. So when the sun hits it at the right angle, it looks like it's on fire. It's beautiful.
It's a great focal point for the yard.
It is, right? So I put that in the corner. And trees. So trees, trees make a big structure in the yard. So the trees from the front will break up some of the space in the yard, right? And they provide color, provide shade to the house, and also shade to the ground below. And that's our huge factor right now, is keeping the ground cool with shredded mulch to keep it moist, and it helps, keeps the water down, and again, keeps the maintenance down. That's our huge huge point right now.
And you have me sold on low maintenance.
Right.
I have what you might call a brown thumb, and I can't keep anything alive. So I'm all about low maintenance. If you are thinking about any kind of front or backyard transformation, Tony Vitale at Landscape Logic can definitely be the one to help you out. Give him a call today at 619-399-2229. Back to you guys in the studio.